Welcome, everybody, to Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools that help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. Today, we're here with Coach Caren Fern, all the way from Toronto, Canada. She's in the house, and we're always glad to see her and always excited to find out what it is she has to share with us. I'm Carolina from California Cover Up, so I'm going to give a shout out to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva, and we're going to get this party started. Coach, what you got for us today?
Today, oh my God, this is the end of the month already. Today we continue the journey. We're doing a series on money management. And the first one we talked about Money Management 101. We talk about the next stop. Last week we talked about the growth in the money management. And this week we're speaking on money management and life. Money management and life. Yep. Because we did the growth. So now we're going to talk about life because, life hits us all over. And so these are the three things we're going to look at. Who's in charge of your life? I hint. Who's in charge? And do you live in it daily or are you just existing? And what makes you smile? And do you want more of it?
I'm all about what makes you smile.
Yeah, there are going to be miserable rich people and miserable poor people. That doesn't change when you get rich, make you smile, or when you're poor. So I want you to knock that out your mind, okay, guys? I want you to knock that out your mind because some people are afraid of managing well and getting to where they want to be because they had seen some miserable rich person. That is not everybody. That's not the definition of it. The pastor came to see my mom Monday, and after preaching and what have you, he was just talking about life and story about people who miserable and the combination because the conversation came up and he was just talking about it. And so, and there's all these really people. Sometimes people got so much money you wouldn't even believe it if when you find out you're surprised. There's a lot of quiet people with money, and they're just it is the other tool. It's the thing they have, but it's not a big thing for them. They don't make it a big thing. And because they've managed it well, they understand it, and that's what I took you through the last 3 weeks, talking about understanding it, managing it well. So when it's all there and it's piled up and it's doing what it's supposed to do and you got it ready for the next generation and you're giving some of it away to charity and you're doing all the great things that you set out to do, you're showcasing how wonderful it is to be able to afford to help another human being because you manage it well. You don't have to do anything other than that. You manage it well. That that's part of being in charge of you. That's part of not panicking every moment of your life. That put things for the stress. My doctor said, she says, Caren, not everything, but 80% of what we suffer it is caused by stress.
Wow.
She says, when people say to me, well, what are you going to say about a baby? Because he didn't do anything. She says, well, the mom was stressed in ways that she mightn't have known subconsciously while she was pregnant. It could have started in the beginning of the pregnancy. Life could have gotten better, but the subconscious like to remind us of things. So it could be there and cause a lot of things. Now she says, some of the things we can't prove it because we just diving into other resources that is more prevalent in front of our face. But she says, if you believe in God and you would ask and find out things, you would see that what path you're on and just stop it. She used to like say that because she also a counselor. She would say, just stop it,
Yeah, it's not working. Stop doing it.
Yeah, just stop it. When I was in college, I had two things happen to me. I had it's not a coincidence, and me, she agreed on that. She sent my blood work and it feels like it was a mistake. She ticked off for them to test my thyroids. And it's usually just to make sure my iron is great because I suffered low blood iron for years after having kids. And for some reason, that was the part of thing that they were testing for. And it came back. She says, I can't remember we did anything with the thyroid. I know. I said, I know, Dr. David, like nothing was even glimpsing. She says, but look how God is working. He wants you to stop right now and pay attention. That's why
Mm.
this happened. No coincidences, right? Because her and I believe that. And she says, right, I don't need to give you medication. All you got to do is be stressless and you'll be fine.
All right.
Take everything away. The classes are hard, break it down as small as possible. You're worried about the kids, they're going to be fine. Hubby's got a
Mhm.
problem, let him solve it himself. And she went down a list with me. She was not having it. She goes, I don't want to write you any medication. You're one of my patients that I love that I don't write you medication. You come in here and we have a conversation
Yes.
and we fix things. Let's keep it that way. I was in my late I was in my late 20s, right? About to
Mm-hmm.
turn 30. And I never had to take meds because I listened. I listened to her.
I had no idea that that was a symptom of stress.
Hmm. And she says, you're right there, the edge. You could either tip over or you could come backwards. And
Mm-hmm.
she gave me she went out to the girls and they set up a time for me. And I used to have to check in every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And once a month, she'll get it tested. And Terry, I just slide back over on the right side of things. Never have to take any medication. Anything stressing me out, I just let it go because I wouldn't want to go on it.
Mm-mm.
I didn't want to go on it, and I'm so happy that I listened to her. She'd
Mm-mm.
say, do stretches, get up early and walk in the morning, take the burden off your shoulders. She says, you don't need any medication. You just need to be living the life that you're supposed to be living. Nothing else. God didn't want you to do nothing else. The things you're taking on, He didn't give to you. Stop it.
Mm. The things we're taking on, he did not give to us.
Mm-mm. He said, we just take it on. She says, I'm a doctor. And she said, I think she was about 4 or 5 when she knew she was going to be a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And she's from India. And she said, so there's nobody in the family that make any sense that she was going to be a doctor. But she knew it. She said, I didn't even know about God or anything at the time. But, she said, I just knew that's what it was going to be. She says, as I got older and life just started giving me the things and the pieces to get me to where I need to be. And she said, I did well in school, and
Mm-hmm.
and in her religion they married them off. But her dad said, nope, if she's going to be a doctor, she can't be married because she won't get the time to study. And she said he put down his feet, and it didn't matter
Mm.
who came a calling, they won't get married. And
Call it. I love it.
and she did so well in high school. She went off to university, top of her class, med school, top of her class. And he said, "Well, she said he used to like say, well, that would have been a waste, wouldn't it?" And she practiced medicine for about 8 to 10 years, and then somebody see her and liked her and proposed, and she got married, and she came to Canada. And when she came, she says, Canada make you do, North America make you do over everything you do before. They don't care how much degrees you have. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
got it in your brain, but North America, what a lot of time people living here don't realize, even your high school, they don't care. They put it back. If you finish high school, you get pushed back 3 grades back. And it's annoying because we rarely are bright people and they don't care. They push
Mm-hmm.
you back. So you could finish grade 12 or 11 and they put you back to grade 9 or what have you. If you're in high school, that's what they do. If you don't got parents to speak up, you're on your own. And when you go to university and you apply, they make you write exams and they don't look at your degree. You have to go write, pay 25 in her time. I think she spent about $4,500 to write an exam to prove to get the university because uh, it's just a lot of things. But anyway, that's what she paid. And even after she paid that, she still have to go and be an intern at the hospital, a woman who would
Mm-hmm.
practice and be among the people who now learning medicine. And she said, Karen, everybody keeps saying, but why don't you just be a nurse? I mean, it's much easier. She says, if God wanted me to be a nurse, I would have been a nurse. Leave me
Mhm.
alone. And she's this little tiny woman. I don't even think she's 5 feet. She's like 4 feet something. And she said, I got in there and I did everything. I emptied the you know,
Bedpans, all of that.
bedpans and do the sheets. She said, you name it, I did it. I would do it without complaining. And she said, a doctor said to her, aren't you the lady with with how much degrees you have? And start talking to her and stuff. And she said, her English wasn't great. And he said, you just need to go get your English right. You need to come see me. See, we're back to the slow crawl I'm talking about. Now, this is 2 years later, right?
Mhm.
Um, and he showed her out, get her out to fast track it,
Mhm.
because she's doing the work diligently, guys, and she's not complaining about it. In between that time, she had her kids, and he said to her, you can go write the exam now. Most people don't want to go because they're scared. He said, if you've been a doctor that long, there's none to be afraid of. And she went in and she wrote the exam and she passed first try. He says now.
I love
She's
it.
in there and she's working, and she working emergency night and day. And he asked her, what is it
Wow.
you really want to do? She said, I want my own practice. He said, good. Then get your own practice and get out of this place. This is not for you. You need your own
Mm.
practice. And she said, he believed in her more than she realized that she believed in herself. Sometimes you need somebody to believe in you if you got enough faith. Because her is a language barrier. She's coming to her husband. Her religion really and truly expect you to be at home, housewife, and not be a doctor. So she's still coming in from all these other barriers that is engloving her and making her feel like she can do. Because the people who's supposed to be the support system is the people who is like, why are you a doctor? You're not at home watching your two kids. Like, what's the big deal? What do you think you are? And he was a professor. And she said, she sat him down and she finally got enough nerves. And she said to him, when the last kid is born, she said, I'm not making any more kids and I'm not staying home. No, I'm staying
Mhm.
home until they don't need me, but I am going back to work because I'm a doctor and I'm opening my own practice. That's what I did before. That's what I'm going to do. If this is not the way you want it, you shouldn't have married to me. And she said it took 3 weeks for him to come around. And
Mm.
she took the 3 weeks and she started looking for a building, started looking for a place.
Nice.
I talk these stories, I tell you this because this is real people with real lives that I talk about because this is what happened in life. If you want something, you got to stop the complaining. That's a big part of it.
Mm.
Don't do jobs you don't want because you're going to whine. And if you whine, you're blocking all your blessings, the majority. Stop it. Don't complain. Do the work you went to do or leave and do something else.
See, that's it. If if you're not happy, give yourself permission to make a change.
Exactly. Yes. Because you are in charge of your life. Decide, move, and do it, or stay and grind because of what else you want.
Mm.
Decide.
Mhm.
Make a decision. And when you make that decision, it involves money. So you sit with your money management skills that you learned over the last 3 weeks and you look, see where you are and when the time is right for you. And if it can be in 30 days, make sure. I tell people the only reason you're at work and you're dying and fighting is because you don't have any lights at the end of your tunnel. If you set up the lights, if you that's your goalpost, and you really like to get some fairy lights, maybe you don't. If you're visual like me, get a post, get a stick from outside, buy a bunch of fairy lights from the Dollar Tree, and
Mhm.
light that goal up. And look at that lighted goal. That's where you're going. You're not annoyed anymore. In 2 years you're out of there. In 3 years you're out of there. That is temporary. Stop making it
Mhm.
permanent. That's not where you belong. You got things you got to do. Get up and do it. Every time you be and say to you, there's a good show, or somebody call you and say, there's a good show on Netflix. You say, yeah, thank you very much, and you don't look at it.
Mhm.
People
Mhm.
send me things all the time. I just cancel it out. I have the X. The X is really great. Just get the X in your head. X it out. It's gone.
I love it. It's an
Move on.
exit out.
Move on with it. And you have to ask yourself, this is number two. Are you living daily or are you just existing? If you just existing, stop it. Take some time off. Even if it hurts you to the core, take some time off, 2 or 3 days. I had my daughter do that last year. She was getting herself really worked up. The job was awful. And I said to her, you have something that so many people want. You got a mother that anything you want, she could buy you. I'm not
Mhm.
going to buy you the stupid things, but I'm telling you, she could. And you got a dad who goes to work every day. And if you need something, he's going to find it for you. You got a grandmother who will do the same thing.
Mhm.
You do not need scattery jobs who just taking advantage of your talents and skills. They lay you off, that's fine.
I think so many times we need somebody around us who can see the greatness in us and remind us of who we really are. You know?
Seriously, seriously. I said, take the time. The first month, she was just fish out of water. The second month, she didn't know what to do with herself. And then she says, Mom, I don't want to just be home doing nothing. I want to help you with grandma. I'm going to take her to treatment and back. And she started juicing for mom, started helping out, started getting to, and she go to the hospital. She helped my mom, all the other old ladies around. She moved the walker. She gets herself
Mhm.
busy, busy, busy. And she was still looking for work. I said, when the time is right, she showed me a couple of jobs. I said, you can't take those jobs. You wouldn't have time for your daughter. They wouldn't work. You need a job where you go Monday to Friday. You get, what is the budget? Oh, she fought me on that like nobody's business. You know, yeah, you people don't like certain things I tell them. I said, you write me a
Mhm.
budget. When you write me a budget, I will tell you what I will help you with. Mom, I can't write a budget. I said that you don't write a budget, you get no money. But you told me not to work. Yes, because you need to find yourself.
Mhm.
You've been having the worst job because you took what you can get without listening. Finally, she said, Mom, I hate that you're right. That's what I was fighting. I just hate that you're right. I know you're right. Here's the budget. I
I
said,
hate us for
yeah. I said, here you go. I said, okay, so I'm going to cover this, this, and this is what you're going to do. This is where we're going to come together and do as the adults in here. And then she found a job and she says, Mom, they were just sitting on the couch talking, me, she, and my mom. And she said, Mom, I found a job, but I need your help. I said, with what? She goes, the job is at one of your clients. I'm like, seriously? She goes, yeah. One of your big clients, like we clean an office. And she says, the office manager is, when she told me, because she started working with me, by the way, in the cleaning business. And so she used to go to the same office. I said, okay, I'll make a call. She says, you will? I said, yeah. Give me a minute. And I went on the phone and I called the lady because I got a lady direct number, cell
Mhm.
number, and I call her. I tell her, she says, Karen, tell her to send the resume immediately.
Mhm.
She sent in the resume. Petra get an interview 4 days later because we had to wait for the manager to, the other manager to be there. And she got the job 24 hours later.
Wow.
And she said to me, she says, Mom, I asked you and I know you would do it. And then she says, but it's just the craziest thing to sit in the interview and hear people talk about you. I know you're
Mhm.
my mom. I love you. But when I hear other people talk about you, I am like, wow,
It's different.
it's a different
And
story.
because they don't know.
Yes. Because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit and tell them about me. She says, and I got the job and I got there and everybody's introducing me. This is Karen's daughter. You don't know Karen, this is Karen's daughter. She goes, the pressure is on him. Said they're not gonna press you. If you go and you do a good job, you'll be fine. Your job is to do a good job with the training
Mhm.
they give you. That's it. I went and made the call, but you still have to prove yourself.
Exactly. That the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. That's
You've been doing a good job.
all the time we spent sewing into you.
Right? No, so live. Okay. Take the time you need. I know she had more time than some people would have, but I promise you, if you find the time, time will give you the time. God will
Mhm.
make the provision for you, and you'll be shocked at what would happen with you in 30 days. All the things you think you can do will happen. It lines up, it fall in place. Matter of fact, she was got the job probably earlier had she wasn't fighting me about the budget and all that stuff. Once
Mhm.
she, understood this is what I'm going to do, she said it to me. She says, Mom, I think it's all the helping and me finally listening. I was so mad that I have to listen. I'm in my late 30s. Why do I?
Are they as mad as we are frustrated? Because we know some of these answers.
Just ask, And
Mm.
so that's why I said, number three, what makes you smile? I'll do a lot of it. She came home yesterday. I wasn't home because I was on, with mom and treatment, and she couldn't wait. She said, Mom, I want to call you, but I know you're dealing with mom. She goes, I did this, I did that. It did so well. Oh my God, people are so happy with me. She's just jumping for joy. Her job is making her smile. She's not coming home frustrated 1 o'clock in the morning because somebody messed up and she is the manager and had to look after it. My daughter was coming home sometime 2 in the morning. And I was like, I don't care if you're driving, taking the bus, it's not good for a young lady. You got your
Mm.
daughter here. Like you're tired. Like when she's not working, she used to, Terry, she just fall asleep. She just sleeps because you're so tired.
because then you have to get up and be there at 9 anyway. They don't care that you got home at 2. And
No,
it takes some time to wind down. So, you're just not getting adequate
yeah.
sleep.
And I said to her, I said, no, look, there's a smile on your face. You're happy. Yeah, she's not a big early rising kind of person,
Mhm.
but I'm like, so what? You're getting she's in a meaningful job. You got the skill set. They're surprised after 3 weeks training where you are. I mean, this is her second or third month, can't remember. But you're doing where Susan, I keep telling her, you're your mother's child. That's what she keeps saying to her. And you don't see because they know, like I'm telling you guys, I own this company, but when my workers can work, they know I own the company, but I showed up and cleaned the office because it's part of my business. I don't say, well, I'm a coach and I got money. I don't know. I get in there and I clean the office. It's my company.
Mhm.
I send my kids to clean it. I go clean it. And so people know that I would show up and do a good job. And that's, we've got this company now. Right, looking at we got them for like 9 years. We've been
Mhm.
servicing them. And we had some, people on contract for like 18 years. Like we've got people for a long time because we do a good job. They know if an employee can't come, they can call me. They don't have to be disgruntled or just say, Karen, what's going on? So and so didn't show up today. Don't be worried. We're okay. We empty the garbages for you. We just want you to know. We just want to make sure the girl is okay. Those relationships were built in. So I don't have customers calling me just annoyed and upset. If they're annoyed, something rarely happened. But very
Mhm.
rarely that happens to me in this business because I am good to people and people are good to me. I expect them to be good to me because I'm good to them. I'm smiling when I go into clean. Even if I am tired from something else I was doing, because somebody called and sick, and I don't have somebody to send right away. And I know how important this is a business place, and I don't want trash piling over. I don't want the hallways to be dirty. I'll get there 6:30 in the morning before anybody is there, 6 o'clock, and get
Mhm.
it cleaned up. So when people come in, it's cleaned because this is the business I choose. This is my grounding company. Didn't matter the other things. I don't have to go tell everybody the other things. They know I do a bunch of things. It doesn't matter. I get in there
Mhm.
and I do it. Get it done. And brings a smile to my face when I leave and know everything is smelling good and looking good. And the ladies are happy. They'll say to me, Karen, I remember they called me, Karen, I wasn't feeling well. And the lady said to me, Karen, please don't come in. I'm going to do it. I'm like, you work there. She's like, who cares? I'm doing it for you. Because I had everybody to send. That's when you live
Mhm.
good with people. When you live good with people, literally get in there and just clean up. She doesn't have to. And I can't even mention that I'll pay her for the time. She'll say, what is wrong with you? You don't know your blessings? Good
Good.
people. Good people. And this doesn't go away, guys. Internet, don't let the internet fool you. Regular folks that you is servicing or having a
Mhm.
product with, they really and truly want you to do well and their businesses to do well.
Exactly.
And if you're being a human to them, they're going to be a human to you. Even if they're feeling grumbly or grunty or something bad is happening and you stop, and you have empathy for them. I remember this lady, her mom was sick and I was, asking how she's doing. What can I do? She's like, no, Karen, just the listening, just that you would listen to me at 6:30 in the morning. You don't understand what it did to my heart. I got somebody to talk to you know
Mhm.
my mom is sick, my granddaughter nearly passed out last night, and I could tell you, and I know you're hearing me, and I give her a hug. Simple as that, just a hug.
Mhm.
So
And just caring about people.
just caring, just caring about people. And that's what we really got to look at. Yes, this is money management, but there's a whole lot of things wrapped up in it. It's a whole bunch of things wrapped up in there, because how you do one thing, you do everything.
It's the way you do everything. Oh my goodness. Well, Coach, it sounds like, again, in part 4, that we're talking about how relationships affect our
Mhm.
money
Yes,
journey.
yes.
And I like the way you labeled this money management and life because, yeah. And you know what, Coach? The Bible says, money answereth all things. Because a lot of times people don't want to make money for whatever reason. Someone has convinced them that it's not a good thing.
Mhm.
And we want you to know that we're here to help your business.
Yep.
thrive.
Yes, yes, yes.
And one of the ways you can do that is to locate Coach Caren on Instagram and Facebook and find out how to make your business grow, the things that will help you navigate your personal life, all of these things. And they're going to be in simple terms, like we talked today.
Yes.
We're not going to try to overwhelm you with $50 words and, you know,
None of that.
yeah,
None of
common
that. None of
sense.
that. None of that. None of that.
We're just imparting some wisdom
Yes.
from our experiences. Now, you can get your own
Exactly.
experiences
Hmm.
because experience is what you get when you don't get what you want.
Uh,
Or you can you can just grab these lessons from us and apply them to your life.
yes. Yes.
So with that, I want to remind everybody that hey, Coach Caren can be reached over at Profits in Daily. She also has a vision board course,
Yes.
which you can see here, the link. So
Yes.
you want to take a screenshot of that. And also, you may want to book an appointment, a complimentary appointment with Coach Caren to get started.
Hmm.
So there is the link for
Yep.
that.
So we can set what you want to do, get some strategy going, got a plan drawn out in
A
that time so
plan.
you could just go ahead and work that plan.
Okay. So we're talking about a customized plan,
Yes.
individualized just for you.
Yes.
So, guys, come go ahead and do that. We love you for it. In the meantime, we want to remind you that if you're looking to become a part of the Biz Chicks community, you can join Biz Chicks by texting Biz to 33777,
Hmm.
or you can find us over at bizchicks.net. We'd love for you to be a part of our community so
Yes.
that we can share with others what it is you do and how you serve. In the meantime, we want to remind you it's okay to make money in your business. And we here at Biz Chicks are here helping you to take the hassle out of your hustle.
Yes.
Okay, guys, we'll see you soon. Coach, thanks again. I mean, this series has really been a winner, and it will help
Thank
us
you.
in every area of our life.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So, with that, guys, we thank you for your time, and we want to just say, hey, have a great day.
Hmm.
Remember, it's okay.
To make money in your
Mhm.
business.
So go to the front of
Front
your
of
own
your own
line.
line. Yes.
We'll see you soon.
All
Bye
right.
bye, everyone.